like a crappy team do really good. Like this year, anybody playing against Cardinals, anybody playing against the Patriots, like those are good fucking picks right there. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, absolutely.
because the offense isn't going to put up much points, so you don't have to worry about losing too much of your 10 points to start with by them scoring points and taking away from it. So now you're just kind of adding to that. What's up? What's up? AFC EASTIE boys get ready to draft. See, kicker is a position that like I'm like sometimes I want to live on the waiver wire for a kicker, but at the end of the day, like it's like if you get a good kicker like Harrison Butker, it's like you got to play that guy every week. You know what I mean? He's concentrating. He's super concentrated right now.
I do know what you mean. With Harrison Butker, especially, he's a star kicker. You know, Kansas City is going to score touchdowns, so you know he's going to get his extra point every time. Those are guaranteed points most of the time.
Looks like we got just about everybody in the draft. We got 3.5 minutes till the clock starts. Wonder who's going to go number 1 overall.
Tough choices there. I see a few options. Because, you know, obviously, with the first pick, you probably that's your top 10 pick. That's who you're gonna go with.
It's who you're gonna lean on, like
who you're gonna lean on the most.
For sure.
George, join the draft. Welcome.
So I got Christian McCaffrey at number 1 again. I mean, I can definitely still see him at number 1 value. But like, there's just so much out there in San Francisco, and especially now that they actually paid Brandon Ayuk, he's gonna get a lot more usage this year. I feel like he's gonna have to go out there and earn that money. I think Bijan Robinson honestly is a better choice at number 1 this year, or Breece Hall. But Breece Hall has the same problem Christian McCaffrey has, to whereas in the Jets offense, there's a lot of options to choose from. I mean, maybe not the first couple weeks because Mike Williams is going to be out. How long is he? When's he coming back? Do you know his timeline?
I don't know his timeline personally.
I'll figure that out for you guys by next Monday. And when we go live next Monday, we'll have that news for you for sure. But I feel like Breece Hall has the same problem Christian McCaffrey has, where there's too much mouths to feed in New York. So like I feel like Bijan Robinson would probably be a good number 1 pick. He would be my number 1 pick if I were at number 1, maybe. I honestly feel like CeeDee Lamb is going to be the number 1 wide receiver. So if I had picked one, I would go CeeDee Lamb. But I don't. I have pick 2. Am I going to go CeeDee Lamb with pick 2? Who knows? I do think he's going to be the number 1 wide receiver in fantasy football this year. And we are a PPR league. Don't forget that. PPR, points per reception.
So every catch is 1 point.
Because you got to think.
Plus the yardage.
Last year they had Michael Gallup, right? And they had Tony Pollard eating up some of those receptions. You know, They got rid of Michael Gallup. Tony Pollard's gone. So now they brought Zeke back. And they signed Dalvin Cook real late, couple days ago.
I do recall that.
They added Dalvin Cook to the roster. So I think Dalvin Cook, honestly, is going to take that starting job from Ezekiel Elliott, at least the majority. Zeke could probably be like a goal line running back or like
someone to try to push across the end zone. Yeah.
Whereas Dalvin Cook's going to be more their receiver.
30 seconds.
Ooh, it's almost time.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun, dun.
We don't have all the flashy sound effects
and stuff, but you know, maybe one day we'll get a nice fat check from Amazon.
Copywritten sound effects from the NFL. Can't even use ESPN soundtrack. All right. Draft is on.
Bum, 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 bum.
That one they give us.
Beast mode is on the clock.
With 1 minute and 23 seconds. Who's he going to pick with the first pick?
Oh, and he went with... Who'd he go with? Oh, he went with...
Tyreek Hill.
Are you serious? Pick
Out the gate.
Out the gate. Oh, buddy, that throws a wrench in some shit. He thinks,
all right, so that puts Hill of Fame on the clock for a minute.
One. All right, so I really did not expect Tyreek Hill to go number 1 overall. As a Dolphins fan, I am super glad that it happened, but that totally throws me off now. So we're going to go with CeeDee Lamb.
I was going to say, I can picture it now. Just a whole bunch of Dolphins going in the first round. This is going to be ridiculous.
No, I mean, Tyreek Hill, honestly, is the only one that should go in the first round. But if others go in the first round, I'm not going to judge you guys totally. I don't get another pick until the end of the next round anyways. So you can wait till round 2 to take
all your Dolphins fans.
Yeah. All right, so
Team
with pick 2,
With
pick 2, I went with CeeDee Lamb because, like I said, I'm gonna stand behind my statement. I think he's going to be the number 1 receiver in the league this year. There's a lot going for him over there in Dallas. We'll see who goes at number 3. Christian McCaffrey, Bijan Robinson, and Breece Hall still on the board.
Not to mention Jamar Chase, Justin Jefferson. If you really want to hear wide receiver early, they're not going to be there on the next one. $25 seconds left on Team Cloutso.
I'm on the clock in 20 picks.
20 picks? He's got 20 picks, everybody. So that's his top 30 pick right there. With CeeDee Lamb.
Oh, I hate being in the beginning, bro.
10 seconds. I guess they're just going to let the time go.
Oh, they're going to get Christian McCaffrey. That means they're going to be hit on auto.
Team. Oh, I guess we didn't get their name right, so they didn't want to do it.
Quatless.
Bam. And now it's Team Evans on the clock with 1 minute and 22 seconds. Now, okay, that was rather fast there. I'm on St. Brown.
Okay, I can get behind that. That's about a good place for him, too. Definitely in the top 10. He's going to get his reps. He's going to get his action for sure in Detroit. They put up some big numbers.
Good pickup. Good pickup. The Detroit Lions under Jared Goff are way different than the Matt Stafford days.
For sure. All right, so now we got the Joker's Journey, pick 5. We still have 50
seconds left on the clock.
Bijan Robinson and Breece Hall. Ooh, and he just took
Jamar
Chase.
So it's wide receiver heaven in this year's draft right off rip. First round has been all wide receivers except for Mr. McCaffrey, but that seemed like an auto pick more than anything.
An auto pick, but hey.
Team Cochran on the clock now with 1 minute 10.
I love it. All receivers. You guys are smart. You guys have been learning and paying attention. This is a PPR league.
The receptions really make a difference.
For sure. I was not expecting Tyreek Hill to go number 1 overall. Bro, when I watch him stream, I'm going to make sure he knows.
That is quite amazing. I was not expecting that as well. And there's Bijan Robinson. Snagged.
Oh, our second running back off the board
with the 6th pick.
6. Nice. That's a good value for him, though. Really good value.
Oh, absolutely.
All right, Davy Jones Locker is on the board. Jimmy Jones Locker is on the board at pick 7.
Jimmy, you've been in and out of the draft real quick, waiting for your pick. Now it's your pick. What are you going to do with it?
You
going to decide something good, or are you going to auto draft Breece Hall?
Well, I mean, Breece Hall would be good too, though.
I'm not saying it wouldn't be. But with 40 more seconds, you got to make a decision there, Jimmy Jones Locker.
Ooh. The bottom of the sea. Oh, he didn't auto pick it. He just straight.
There you go. He picked it with 30 seconds left. Like, yeah, no.
Oh, and Justin Jefferson right behind him. They
Jefferson.
weren't waiting. He was like, that guy was sitting on the clock.
Martini was waiting to go.
He was sitting on the clock. He's like,
and boom, there goes Puka Nacua.
Puka Nacua going in the first round at pick 9.
Wow. Okay.
Nice.
Man.
That's a good pickup.
I have to agree.
So our draft board that's still left after the first round does not look like any other draft board you would see out there probably. Oh, look. 12 and 13. Garrett Wilson off the board.
Kind of hard for me not to do that.
PB Waffles did that. Okay.
It's. I feel like it was expected, but at the same time,
I didn't know your pick was up. I was looking at.
I was definitely interested in getting Garrett Wilson.
All right, Jonathan Taylor just went off the board.
Seeing 10, everybody else go off
pick
with
11, AJ Brown. Oh wait, pick 11 was Jonathan Taylor. Pick 12 was AJ Brown. Yeah, Quetzalcoatlus went on auto mode.
All right, there goes AJ Brown and Saquon Barkley.
I should have known that was going to happen.
That is unfortunate.
Philly fan over there was being picked 12. Worked out for you, buddy. It worked out for you nicely, man. We got people ready. They know what they want.
Isaiah Pacheco, you're coming home with me, boy.
They know what they want.
You and my homie got a bond there in Kansas City, and I got a feeling he's going to hand you that ball when he feels tired and doesn't want to throw it. Stanley left and rejoined the draft. Welcome back, Stanley. Fins to win on the clock with pick 16. It's been an exciting second round.
Yeah, no, for sure. It's definitely been interesting. I'm glad that it didn't go running back. That was like,
definitely awesome. Wide receiver out the gates was shocking. But at the same time, that leaves a lot of good players still left on the board.
Ooh, and with our first quarterback off the board,
CJ Stroud. Wow.
Pick 16, CJ Stroud.
That was unexpected.
Pick 17.
In the second round, going with a quarterback?
He wanted to get that quarterback
It's a ballsy
early.
move. It's a ballsy move.
It's definitely ballsy. But
we'll see if Fins to win.
Definitely make sure you get the quarterback you want.
Comes up with something.
Mike Evans, Davy Jones, Locker.
And then Team Cochran's on the clock with 1:20.
Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. So I'm up in 4 picks.
You got 4 picks until you're ready to roll.
And then I got 2 picks.
And yeah, Team Clouts is already on auto.
Quetzalcoatlus, yeah. After you hit auto the first time, like it puts you automatically on auto until you come in and you do something. Marvin Harrison Jr. at pick 19. At pick 19. Pick 20, Derrick Henry.
Boom.
Nice.
Big guy in Baltimore.
Jalen Waddle, pick 21. Oh, you want to go Jalen Waddle, huh?
And there goes Waddle Evans on the board, snagging him up. There's one of them Dolph fans we were talking about earlier.
I'm on the clock.
You're on the clock with 1:14.
Yeah. Bro, this thing goes down too fast for me.
While he's deciding who he's going to go with, we're going to talk about the last 3 picks. We got Derrick Henry in Baltimore, Jalen Waddle from Miami, and Jamar Gibbs from Detroit. Gibbs being, I believe, the new guy in Detroit, he should be expected to do some work. He's got some legs on him that he needs to work on because he's got some shoes to fill. DeAndre Swift out of there and onto a new team. Jalen Waddle's proven himself a runner, so we know he was a good select. It's just a matter of whether Tyreek Hill is going to take all his targets or not. But game in and game out, them Dolphins been able to spread the ball around. Oh, what's going on?
I can't find. Oh,
13 seconds left.
I was looking for him.
Oh, and there goes Devon A-Chain.
I had to find him. I was freaking out.
He was way down there with pick 11 in the second round.
Oh, I almost had a heart attack.
He was losing his mind. He thought he was going to lose his pick and get auto-picked. All right, Team Beast Mode on the clock with 1:06.
Oh, they're going to have back-to-back picks.
I guess they could take their time, set up both selections they want because they get to go boom, boom.
Yeah, Chris Olave. Okay.
All right, with the beginning of round 3.
I hear somebody trying to talk.
Pick 25, Team Beast Mode.
We can't make it out. I'm on the clock again. Mahomes with our second pick off the board.
Second QB down.
Our second quarterback.
The top 2 expected to be facing it off in the what is it, the NFC Championship or the Super Bowl?
So I have a dilemma here. Do we go? All right. So we're not going to have another pick for another 20 picks.
Yeah, I was looking at that dilemma myself as I watched the top 40 just slowly diminish in front of my eyes, going to everybody else.
All right, I think I got to do it.
He says he thinks he's got to do it, everybody.
Michael Pittman Jr. He's in the same situation as CeeDee Lamb as a clear number 1 target over there in Indianapolis. Anthony Richardson is going to have an uptick this year compared to last year, obviously, because he didn't play a full year. Ooh, Devontae Adams, Team Quetzalcoatlus.
That auto.
They're here now.
They picked that one?
They picked that one.
Good job. Welcome, Karen.
And they left again. Bye.
Bye, Karen. It was nice to see you for your pick. Zay Flowers from Baltimore from Team Evans.
Okay.
Good call. Good call, Mark.
Third quarterback off the board. Round 3, pick 5. Joker's Journey. All right. So what's your? Oh, you have. How many do you have so far?
2. I'm still waiting on my round 3 pick, but that's okay. I got a wide receiver. I got a running back. It's coming together the way I'd like. Not exactly how I wanted it, but
it never plays out exactly.
Never plays out that way.
It never plays out exactly how you want it. As much as you want it to, like you can plan. It's never really going to work out the way you want it. Stephon Diggs, next one off the board.
Boom, Diggs gone.
Good job. You picked Stephon over Nico Collins. I think Stephon Diggs is going to become their number 1 target as well. I would definitely have picked Stephon Diggs over Nico Collins. And that's why it took her so long.
Yeah, she's making that decision.
She had to find
Scroll him. Scroll down a little bit.
Devon A-Chain. So then we had our first 2 tight ends off the board.
Kelsey and Mark Andrews.
Back-to-back, bam, bam. And then Cooper Kupp with Fins to Win on pick 33. And we got Waffles on the board at pick 34.
Oof.
What you going for?
What
you thinking?
I'm thinking Deebo Samuel.
Ooh, Deebo. He's looking for those quick slants. He's looking for that yak yardage. That's what he's doing. He's looking for that yak yardage over there in San Francisco.
And 9 times out of 10, they end up using him as a return kicker, too. So that's some extra yards for the run.
Sam Laporta at pick 35, our third tight end off the board. Pick 36, Philly special. Back-to-back picks here. Oh,
exciting.
It looks like Team Quetzalcoatlus is still on auto. If you want to continue drafting yourself, you might want to go click that auto button. Brandon Ayuk at pick 36.
Good call. Everybody tearing apart the San Francisco offense real quick.
I'm just hoping my next pick is going to be there when it comes to me. Oh man.
I don't know, man.
Oh man.
It's highly unlikely.
It's highly unlikely.
With 2 more picks, well, you got a few more picks.
Yeah, I'm 10 picks.
With Team Evans sitting right in front of you,
Ooh,
and
DK Metcalf.
Team Finns to win.
Oh, that's fine. Person I'm going for is not a Dolphin this time.
Oh.
Nico Collins off the board with pick 38, and Waffles is back on the board at pick 39. Who's he pick? Oh, he picks Brock Purdy.
As much as it hurts me to say, the man's going to do well.
I hope he's wrong.
I bet you do.
Hey, so I don't know if y'all have checked out any of the YouTubes, but we have some bold predictions out there. We got some of them correct. Like Brandon Ayuk, for one, we nailed it on the head with his number five receiver money getting paid. We still have Jamar Chase looming out there. We said he is not going to get paid. He's in fact going to get traded before the trade deadline, and Cincinnati is going to get some good compensation for him.
What do you think would even be a good landing spot for Jamar Chase?
I mean, it depends on how Drake May turns out. If Drake May turns out and he comes out in New England and he wins like 4 games when they're not supposed to, they're going to get him a target.
Yeah, that's true. They'll reach out and find somebody for him to throw to.
They were already trying to get Brandon Ayuk.
Oh, and there goes Tank Dell.
DJ Moore. Lamar Jackson.
And Lamar Jackson. QB's going now. More wide receivers. A lot of wide receivers.
But yeah, that's what I think is going to happen with Jamar Chase. I don't even think he's going to finish the season in Cincinnati.
That's a bold prediction.
That is a bold prediction. But it is going to. Sorry, I can't wait until he gets traded and go in there and just like being asses go out.
Just being asses.
Asses go out. Like, yeah, I fucking told you, bitches.
Approaching the end of round 4, we got Joker's Journey after Josh Allen just left the board. Goel out of nowhere taking over Cannonier's spot.
Yeah, I'm gonna fuck this guy up. Y'all want some free money? Let me go to the bottom and pick some people.
Make sure to put him on auto draft.
7 kickers.
As long as you start with a good one, I'm sure he'll be kind of okay with it.
Give this guy 7 kickers.
Could you imagine a team full of kickers? You can only play one of them. You got to pick one every week just to kick off. Literally.
Oh, Team Cochran went with Josh Allen. So is this the quarterback round? Is that what this is? This is the quarterback round?
It seemed like it. Round 4. Round 4. People are running through quarterbacks.
I don't want to pick the quarterback yet.
There's still a lot of other options on the board. A lot of big names.
Oh, Rachaad White. I was literally just looking at that guy, and he disappeared.
Like, as you looked at his picture?
As I was, like, looking at him, he just disappeared.
So you knew who it was. You knew who got drafted in that round. Real easy. Joker's Journey taking Rachaad White from Tampa Bay.
All right.
With the round 4,
Evans back on the
pick.
clock.
What's he going to do?
This is the quarterback round, apparently. Are you taking Tua or am I taking Tua? I'm just kidding.
It could go either way. It could go either way. He may want to play it safe and pick up another running back.
Yeah, I don't know what his team looks like. I can go look at it. We can go look at what he's got.
He's got Amon St. Brown in the first round.
Oh, there's an easy way to look at what he's got.
I know. do this so I can see everybody. Jalen Waddle in the second round. So
he went Drake.
Josh Jacobs.
He went Josh Jacobs.
Good job.
Drake won it. Now I'm on the clock. And I need another running back. Yeah. So, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Which one of you am I going to pick? Yo.
Which one of you has to
How
go?
about I go with who I've been going with in all of my other leagues, because him getting traded from the Cincinnati Bengals to the Houston Texans is going to help him get a lot more points in fantasy.
So
Joe Mixon. Boom.
We know he's talking about Mr. Mixon. With a round 4, 11th pick of the AFC EASTIE Boys draft, Joe Mixon from the Houston Texans.
Alvin Kamara. Oh, that was my other pick. I was on the edge between Joe Mixon and Alvin Kamara. I just think Alvin Kamara is getting a little too old, and the probability for him to get an injury this year is very high. I'm on the clock again. Kenneth Walker III just went off the board. Now I have a big dilemma. I have a really big dilemma because now I'm going to take my quarterback. Tua is still on the board, ladies and gentlemen. I could take my quarterback, Tua Tagovailoa, and I could represent my team like I should, right? Like I should. Or I could go and I could draft somebody like this guy to pair him with Michael Pittman Jr. to get those extra yardage. Now, I don't think these Indianapolis Colts are going to do great this year, but they're going to put up some points. They're going to perform. They're going to put up some points. Oh, you're welcome, Evans. You're welcome. I wanted him so bad. You have no idea. But I didn't have a wide receiver to pair him with because I was not able to get Tyreek Hill because he went first overall.
And Waddle went to Evans. So now he's got that matchup that he wanted so badly. He can get them double points.
Yeah. All right, so then we also, in between that, we had Malik Neighbors go to Team Quetzalcoatlus.
And Devontae Smith
to
the Joker's journey.
Off the board at pick 53. So here at the top, we still have James Cook, who was all the way back in the top 30 of ESPN's fantasy, still sitting on the board. And then we have Calvin Ridley.
Up until auto pick hits.
Rashee Rice. T. Higgins, George Pickens, and there he goes. James Cook, gone. Team Cochran. She's like, oh, I'll take him.
Oh, Buffalo?
Oh, Buffalo. Hey, y'all definitely got to go check out that Buffalo video that we put out where we're roasting the fuck out of Josh Allen.
Oh, it was awesome. So funny.
It was awesome.
Love the commentary. Thank you. Love the shout out, Mark. Feel free to comment in the message boards on the league chat. Yeah, boy.
All right, so what else we got? So how many tight ends do we have left? I haven't picked a tight end yet. Who's going to be the first one to take a kicker? That's my question.
I don't know if anyone will.
Well, I mean, you got to take a kicker at some point. Like, you're not going to wait until go try and pick one up off the waiver wire. We're all trying to pick up the same kicker off the waiver wire. Oh, Rashee Rice off the board to Jimmy Jones locker. That's a good pick. All right. So I was looking at Rashee Rice for a pick as well in other drafts, but I wasn't too sure because of the allegation stuff that he's got going on. It's not allegations. It actually happened. He's got a fucking court hearing coming up. So there's two things that could happen. Halfway through the season, he could be suspended for the rest of the season, or they could push the court date back to next year and he'd be good for this season. me personally, I did not want to take that risk and end up losing a player halfway through the season. So I've opted to stay away from Rashee Rice in all my leagues.
And there goes Calvin Ridley from Tennessee.
Off the board. Calvin Ridley. Fins to win on the clock. We're pick 57. Let's see if he goes with wide receiver or a tight end, because he's already got his quarterback, right? He was the first one. He picked C.J. Stroud. Pretty sure he was the one that picked C.J. Stroud. It's been a good draft. Everybody showed up.
Yeah. No, I definitely have to agree.
Aaron Jones, fins to win. Aaron Jones in Minnesota. That's actually a really good pick. He actually gained value when J.J. McCarthy went down, and he's going to be in IR. Because Sam Darnold, I think J.J. McCarthy would have ended up taking over the starting job by week 4. We actually had discussions about it. Like we went through and we've talked about it before. Like J.J. McCarthy would have ended up taking over. He may not have started the season, but he definitely would have ended up taking over. So now that you got Sam Darnold back there for sure, Aaron Jones benefits from that. Good pick. And then we got George Kittle off the board at pick 58 for Palm Beach Waffles.
I needed me a tight end, and
look, I'm doing all this talking.
Somebody already snagged Kelsey, so
I got a long way to go before my pick, so I can talk a little bit.
Yeah, you got time. You got some
T.
time.
Higgins off the board at pick 59. DeAndre Swift right behind him at pick 60. That's a good pick right there. I think going to Chicago was a really great move for DeAndre Swift. Somebody just took my tight end with Kyle Pitts at pick 61
with Atlanta.
I do believe Kirk Cousins is going to bring Kyle
Philly
Pitts back
special
to life. That is a great pick. Philly special. That was a great pick. George Pickens at pick 62. Waffles is back on the clock. I got to start focusing because I'm coming up now. And he picks Najee Harris. That's a good one.
Steelers, they got some work to do, but I got a feeling he's going to be one of those workhorses that has to put up all the points for the team.
Yeah,
and there goes Mostert.
For sure, because there's a lot of question marks at their quarterback position right now. So
very, very factual.
When you have questions around your quarterback position, that's just you look at the running back now, and it's just you see gold around him. It's just he's shimmering with gold around him. It's
all of a sudden he's the most dominant thing in the backfield.
For sure, for sure. James Conner next off the board by Team Martini at pick 65. And we got Jimmy Jones Locker back on the clock. Oh, and he picked Chris Godwin.
Chris Godwin.
Oh, I'm surprised
Tampa
Chris
Bay.
Godwin was still there, to be honest.
Got quiet all of a sudden on that one. He was like, oh, I should have picked that.
Right, realizing why didn't I see that there?
I mean, there's still a lot of big names out here. Dalton Kincaid, Christian Kirk, Keenan Allen, Terry McLaurin.
Didn't you tell me that Hawkinson was going to get traded or something? What were you saying?
Oh yeah. I was saying Hawkinson should get traded to Miami so they could have that Hawk Tua connection. You know what I'm saying? Knee slapper there a little bit.
Oh,
I'm just saying, if it was there, it would be a funny meme. It'd be meme worthy.
Evan Ingram just went off the board. Tight end in Jacksonville.
We're on the clock at 14 picks. I guess I got some time to sit back, relax. Maybe take a sip of this water I got down here.
Bro, I don't fucking know what I'm doing here. I do know what I'm going to do. I do know what I'm going to do. I can wait. I can wait for that. And I'm not saying shit to none of yous. I'm waiting for it.
I don't blame him. Be quiet. Keep your picks to yourself at this point. It's getting closer to that real time in the draft where the sleepers come out. people that you don't expect to be picked off rip, but they're good and they know they're consistent.
Yeah, I have a sleeper that I'm saving for later in the draft for
Amari
sure.
Cooper just snagged up by the Joker's Journey.
All right, pick 69. Who's Evans going to take?
Team Evans on the clock with 1:15. Let's see. So far, he's put together a decent one. He needs another running back and a tight end still. He's got 3 wide receivers. Tua is his quarterback. Josh Jacobs is his running back. Zay Flowers sitting in a flex position, and the bench is empty.
Hill of Fame filling his up from the top down.
Yeah, I'd say. Well, kind of started in the middle
Yeah, I
with
did.
CD Lamb as your number 1.
Yeah, I went wide receiver, running back. Oh, he's thinking real hard about this pick. Team Evans
Coming in
nervous.
hot
Oh,
with
who'd he pick?
Brian
He picked
Robinson Jr.
Brian, and then Trey McBride went off the board. So my next pick is going to go to a guy who just went from one team to another team, and he had a whole lot of targets on his other team, and his other quarterback was a guy by the name of Justin Herbert, who utilized the fuck out of this guy, and he went Keenan Allen, went to this new team, Chicago. He's got Caleb Williams going to be throwing the ball to him. He's going to be the number 1 target. He's going to get a lot of receptions.
Definitely a well-timed pick.
Definitely a well-timed pick. And I'm back on the clock after Dalton Kincaid and Zamir White went off the board.
2 quick picks back-to-back by Beast Mode.
He was ready.
Team Evans just sitting there waiting, licking his chops, waiting to see what Hill of Fame's going to do.
What is Hill of Fame gonna do?
I only say that because Team Kolotsky or whatever the hell her name.
Quetzalcoatl.
Karen, you're on auto pick still, Karen.
Quetzalcoatl.
Whatever he said. That. Take that soundbite and repeat it when I'm trying to say it. Zamir White with the last, come on, Beast Mode. He's having a hard time deciding over here. He's getting antsy and nervous.
Yes, he is.
He's like, did I pick the right guy?
All right, so we're going for our second backup receiver.
Christian Watson in Green Bay. And then, boom, immediately Joe Burrow snagged up by the auto pick.
He was auto-picked. That's not a bad auto-pick.
Could you
Actually,
imagine
it will be a bad auto-pick between weeks 6 and 10 when he's injured, but
that's on him. Team Evans on the clock with 1:06. Jake Ferguson, Dallas tight end.
Oh, excuse me.
Joker's Journey with 1:04.
Bomb. What do we got going on right now? We got draft going on right now. Joker's Journey's on the clock right now. Da-da-da-da-da. Bum. Yeah. I'm trying to do the drums in the cymbal. Can you do that for me? There we go.
I hear somebody.
Joker's Journey with the first defense off the board with the Cowboys defense.
In round 7.
Round 7, pick 77. Then Christian Kirk for Team Cochran right behind it. Oh, it's getting good. It's getting to the nitty gritty. People are like getting nervous. They're thinking like these picks.
Ramondre Stevenson.
They're thinking these picks that they've wanted so bad are going to get chopped up by somebody. So they're going and picking them super early. Jordan Love was the next quarterback off the board for Team Martini. Pick 80, and we got Fins to win on the clock at pick 81. Where are they going to go? Look, we still got plenty of Dolphins on the board to choose from. Don't forget, you still got Juno Smith out there. I did see that Raheem Mostert got picked up. We still have Malik Washington out there. You still have Jalen Wright out there. You still have the Dolphins defense out there. You still have Jason Sanders out there. Plenty of Dolphin players out there for you to choose from. I would not pick up Braxton Berrios. David Njoku, good pick. That was going to be my tight end pick. Good job. I remember like 2 years ago, Fins to win picked before me, and he always picked the player
what you were going to do.
Pick that round. He was like always one step ahead of me.
That's unfortunate.
It was unfortunate, but we lived on, and we continued to play, and we whooped ass.
Taking a chance on Austin Eckler. He's in a new team. He was pretty good in L.A. We're going to see if he can maintain that catch-to-run ratio and get me some more points for receptions.
Yeah, I think going there is going to help him. I mean, it is a new team, like completely new team in
the Commanders.
But I think they're going to do a lot better than a lot of the media thinks that they're going to do. I think Jaden McDaniels, or whatever his name is, Jaden Daniels, is going to perform well enough to get them some wins. I think they're going to do better than we predicted they were going to do, actually. And then we have Dak Prescott off the board next for snap, less traffic. Kyler Murray for Philly Special, and then Chase Brown right behind it for Philly Special. Back-to-back, Kyler Murray, then Chase Brown. Chase Brown, I don't know too much on him. I'm pretty sure he's the guy Cincinnati drafted this year for their running back to replace Joe Mixon. I have not done a lot of like deep diving into Cincinnati. It's not one of the teams that I'm interested in. Mainly because there's too much hype around Joe Burrow and he doesn't live up to it just because they got lucky and had a really easy schedule the year that he came out and took them to the Super Bowl. If you go back and look at the schedule that they had, it was almost like a walk in the park. And then, like, even the road to the Super Bowl was not very hard. Yeah, he beat Patrick Mahomes. But, like, that was also the year that, like Tyreek Hill literally left the year after that. So it's like, what was going on in that organization at the time? So,
speaking of Hawkinson
just got off the board right after Jackson Smith-Njigba. Oh, I said that right, bro. Njigba. I fucking got it. Nailed it. I fucking nailed it.
Impressive. Stanley, why are you leaving the draft, man?
Enjoying and leaving.
He's like, I don't know if I want to hear the commentaries. He's probably just like, can I mute these guys?
You can.
Yes. You can, yeah. You can.
But then it'd be very boring, and all you would hear is of your fan in the background.
I don't have a fan out here. I'd turn it on for you. You could just listen to that if you wanted to. Stanley back in the draft.
Jimmy back in the draft. Jimmy Fox.
Meanwhile, Fins to win is on the clock with 33 seconds left of this round 8 pick.
And what is he going to do? Ooh, so on the top of the board, we still got Cortland Sutton, Jaden Reed, Jordan Addison, Xavier Worthy, Rome Odunze, Tajee Spears, Tony Pollard. Take Tajee. I literally just said Tajee Spears. You couldn't pick him like 10 seconds earlier, Fins to win, so I didn't have to waste my breath talking about him. Anyways, Tajee Spears, next one off the board. David Montgomery for Team Martini. Was that pick 89? I like it. I like the addition of David Montgomery over there in Detroit because like we talked about that as well. Like they lost DeAndre Swift, but like David Montgomery is a different type of runner than DeAndre Swift,
I agree.
so it gives them a whole different identity. So like now they have two different style running backs back there in Detroit. So it kind of opens up a lot of their playbook, and it's definitely going to help them like get over that hump and possibly be able to beat, you know, the AFC or the NFC.
It'll definitely give them a little bit of more of a chance for sure.
So we still got Jaden Reed with Green Bay, Jordan Addison with Minnesota, Xavier Worthy with Kansas City, Rome Odunze, and Tony Pollard. Those are our top 5 on the board at the moment. Those are from and Deontay Johnson just dropped off the board.
Carolina wide receiver
Williams, pick 91. Now we got Joker's Journey on the board. Looking at Xavier Worthy for pick 1. Yeah, maybe. You know, maybe he goes Tony Pollard. I don't know. You know, that's the first running back on the board at the moment. You know, maybe he needs. Does he need a quarterback? Did he get his quarterback yet? I think he already got his quarterback, but you can always use another one.
Joker's Journey?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got Jalen Hurts.
Justin Tucker.
He does still need a tight end. So he picks up his first kicker.
He went kicker. He's got his team filled out basically, other than his tight end. He went and got defense and kicker before he picked up his tight end. Which is okay. There's nothing wrong with that. Because like I was literally just looking at the tight end board, and like there's no decent tight ends left. You're kind of gonna be taking your luck with what tight ends are left. I'm on the clock. Oh, I got kicked off and then back on. What happened? Oh, my fucking computer's running super hot. That's why. I wonder if we're still live. Anyways.
Looks like we are.
So yeah, we're going Keon Coleman with this one because I'm
Buffalo wide receiver.
I'm hoping he lives up to the hype, and he is going to be a clear number 1 over there in Buffalo. I don't expect him to be a solid pick early on, but I'm thinking later on.
On the clock.
He'll be a solid pick. All right, so let's go ahead.
Sometimes the snake works in your favor, sometimes it don't. Jaylen Warren and Mike Williams from the New York Jets. Really? Good pick.
I knew he was going to say that.
Good pick. Rats. Well, now he's got trade bait.
Sometimes you don't pick up players because you want them. Sometimes you pick up players because you want other players that you
hey, buddy,
can't get.
I got something that you want. What would you give me for it?
Bro, I hope neither one of my running backs get injured.
Team Evans back on the clock.
I hope neither one of my running backs get injured because I don't have any running backs drafted at the moment.
Still needs a defense, a kicker, and whatever he wants to put on his bench. Because otherwise, other than that, his team's completely filled out. He left, he joined, he's freaking out. He doesn't know what's going on.
He's panicking. He's like, I got 9 seconds left. Oh my gosh, it's going to be an
8 seconds.
Jaden Reed, is that who he's going to get? Jaden Reed, and he gets Baker Mayfield with the last second. Ooh, he was like adding suspense. That's what he was doing.
He definitely added some suspense on that one.
Suspense to these right here.
Have him sitting there wondering, and then leaves the draft and joins it again.
Yeah.
He's probably popping back and forth to the YouTube footage, be honest.
Word.
And there's, Pat Freiermuth.
We appreciate it if that's what you're doing.
Absolutely.
Show the love. All right, then we got Pat Freiermuth, Jordan Addison, and Tony Pollard off the board. Back to
1, 2, 3.
Joker's Journey, Team Cochran, and Jimmy Jones Locker. I have question marks around Tony Pollard. He did really well in Dallas. If he can go to Tennessee and if they can keep what they had going with Derrick Henry and just kind of transfer it to Tony Pollard actually could turn out to be a really good pickup for super cheap. The value for that could be really good, or it could be really bad. He's one of those players that have a really high ceiling but a really low floor as well. He has a 3-story house with no stairs.
He's I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work.
Yeah.
Team Martini on the clock.
Who we got? We still got Jaden Reed leading the pack at current number 1 pick, and then Rome Odunze. Ooh, and he picked Rome Odunze. It's a much better pick over Jaden Reed. Honestly, Jaden Reed will probably be there for a little while longer. We got Devin Singletary, top running board on the clock right now. Ooh, and Jaden Reed just got picked up by Finns to win at pick 105. Now, Palm Beach Waffles is on the clock.
It's funny to see DeAndre Hopkins still sticking around up there, too. Remember when he was first-round picks all the time. Now he's just kind of fallen to the wayside.
Yeah, that's what happens. And he picks his quarterback in Aaron Rodgers.
Got to take Rodgers. The opportunity for amazing is far beyond.
It's definitely there for sure. So then we had Ladd McConkey go to snap less traffic at pick 107. And 108 was Joshua Palmer for Philly special, and then went and doubled down with Devin Singletary. Now we're back to snap less traffic. That would be great if I can just snap and there'd be less traffic. Just I need to be down to the Dolphin game, and there's too much traffic right now. Snap.
We're going to pass on the traffic just by snapping my fingers. Why not? It sounds like an actually pretty decent game plan.
For sure. Bro, I'll tell you, we were riding home from the game, the last home game we had. Who was it? The Washington Commanders, the preseason game. J.K. Dobbins just went off the board to snap less traffic. We were riding home from that game, so obviously it's late. And then there's we're closer in town. There was a lady, I guess she was a lady. Kind of looked like a lady.
Maybe possibly a lady.
A lady, maybe not a lady. Anyways, they were driving, and they were behind us originally. We were coming up to a red light, and they were doing a weird pattern with their high beams. They were, Palm Beach Waffles just picked the Jets. They were doing
gotta take that Jets defense, want that sauce.
They were doing a weird pattern with their high beams.
Too short, bro.
And at first they were behind us, and I'm like, what are they trying to do? So I get out of the way, thinking they're drunk or something, and
they're just flashing the lights at you.
What they were doing was they were trying to control the light, the red light, to make it turn green. Because every time we would come up to a red light, before we would get to the red light, they'd be flashing their high beams at it, and then it worked. But it's not working because you're doing that. It's working because at that time the lights are on a timer, or they're on weight distribution and not a timer. So it's
they're expecting some guy sitting in a traffic thing, just pressing a button to change the light red and green, and he sees them flash a light. Oh, I better change the light for them. No, I don't think so.
Right. It was just weird. I'm sitting there because
it's definitely unusual to see.
And I'm I thought they were doing it at me. I'm bro, this person, I don't know what this person's trying
Fins
to tell
to win.
me
You got 19 more seconds to make your pick. I don't know what's going on. You adding suspense, or did you walk away? George.
Maybe he's got it queued up.
Queued up with his auto picks.
Yeah, maybe he's got the rest of his draft
whoever's going to.
Browns defense.
He queued up the Browns defense.
Okay. You can't auto. That's not an auto pick.
No, that is not an auto pick. That is a George. What George.
The Browns' defense is a good defense. I would definitely rate it in the top 5.
I was going to ask if his wife stole his phone.
Did his wife steal his phone?
I'm kidding, George.
But yeah, no, like the Browns is a good defense. Definitely a top 5.
We shall see. We shall see.
We shall see, for sure. I don't think they've changed much on it. Dallas Goddard, King Martini.
Goddard gone.
Harrison Butker gone. I better get ready. I'm coming up. I better get ready. I'm coming up. I think I know where I'm going. I know how I'm going to live my life this season.
Team Cochran with 45 seconds left to make their pick.
We're going to live on the fucking edge, my guy.
It seems like it.
I still had to search for him. Ezekiel Elliott, next running back off the board at pick 115. Bro,
he could be a good goal line, red zone running back.
We talked about it a little bit earlier. I think Dalvin Cook is definitely going to take the number 1 from him.
Speaking of Dalvin Cook, anybody got him yet? Oh, oops. How many picks before you? 4 or 5. I gave you all a chance. I outed the man on accident.
But no, I remember when like Bill Elliott was in his prime, and I say that with like quotation marks. We were sitting at Duffy's, me and the family. We were sitting at Duffy's.
Prime Ezekiel Elliott.
And I saw a group of people come in to do their draft at the Duffy's. DeAndre Hopkins to the Joker's Journey at pick 116. Anyway, so like a group of people came in to do their draft, and like they did it all in person, the stickers and stuff, kind of like Buffalo Wild Wings does, like the draft kit and shit. First pick off the board was Ezekiel Elliott. I almost threw up my beer and my food, and I told my family, "Let's go." Really,
like this is bull.
I can't watch this draft right now.
I can't watch these guys make a mockery of the NFL drafts. Somebody's on the clock.
I'm on the clock, and right now I'm looking at some tight ends because I still don't have a tight end. I'm looking at some tight ends. Looking at tight ends and gonna go with Nick Chubb. Boom, because yeah, he's gonna be out for the first couple weeks of the season, but when he comes back, he's gonna be very useful to the Cleveland Browns. And I'm hoping for that late season usage out of that guy.
Anything's possible.
And I'm back on the clock to pick my tight end now. Cole Kmet.
That's a good choice for tight end.
Yeah, it was either between him or Dalton Schultz, but like again, I feel like there's too many mouths to feed, especially now with the addition of Joe Mixon and Stephon Diggs over there in Houston. I think Dalton Schultz is going to take a little hit in his production and his numbers, so I went with Cole Kmet over it. Oh, we're missing some picks. We're missing them. All right, so we have Jacoby Myers, Brian Thomas Jr.,
Jaden Daniels,
Brandon Aubrey,
and Curtis Samuel. That was a bunch of quick ones there. Didn't even see Caleb Williams running off the board.
Beast mode.
Beast mode snagged him up.
Beast mode snagged him. All right, so what do we still have at the top of the board? So we got the people by the likes of like Zach Moss, Jonathan Brooks, Hollywood Brown, Tyler Lockett is still on the board. Gus Edwards. Justin Herbert is still on the board, which makes sense. Darnell Mooney just got picked up by Joker's Journey. Got Tyler Algier still on the board. Kirk Cousins still on the board. Got Ty Chandler. Jaleel McLaughlin. I don't know if I pronounced that right, but we're hoping.
Jerry
okay.
Jeudy.
So we got Adam Thielen on the board, Tyler Conklin on the board. So we got Trevor Lawrence and Deshaun Watson. Rashid Shaheed. Jerry Jeudy just got picked up by Team Cochran. Tyler Lockett. Oh, Jimmy Jones was listening. He was listening. He's like, what? Tyler Lockett's still on the board? All right, let me grab him. And he picked him up. Now we got Team Martini on the clock with 1 minute and 10 seconds. What does Team Martini need? He probably still needs a defense and a kicker. He might still need a tight end. And he just picked up a defense. Went with the Ravens defense. Not a bad pick. Not a bad pick. Fins to win on the clock. 1, 1, 0, 1, 0, 7, 1, 0, 5, 3. Boom, boom, boom. So what should I go next? Should I go kicker? Should I defense? Should I pick up another wide receiver? All right, I already got 8 of them. Do I need another one?
8? Yeah,
No,
8
I
wide
don't have
receivers?
that. I don't have
You
that
can
many.
only have 8. So you can't pick up another one if you did.
No, I don't have 8. I was joking. So we had Kevin Kaimi Fairbarn. Is that how you say it?
It looks like it. Kaimi Fairbarn.
And then Gabe
From
Davis
Houston.
and Zach Moss. Bam, bam, bam. Palm Beach Waffles to Gabe Davis.
How to do Gabe Davis?
Bro, I'll tell you what. If anybody out there plays DraftKings, you want to pick up Gabe Davis in Week 1 because even though the Dolphins are going to win that game in Week 1, Gabe Davis is still going to perform. They're definitely going to use him. And he used to be in Buffalo for many years, so he knows the defense, he knows the offense, and he always performed well with Buffalo against the Dolphins. So
Greg the Leg.
So there is a sneaky sleeper pick for your DraftKings lineups because he's very cheap. He's only like $4K as a wide receiver. So you can pick him up and it will give you a little bit of extra cheddar cheese to use on another player. But that only counts for Week 1 against the Dolphins. So beyond this week, don't use them.
You heard it here at the AFC EASTIE Boys.
So Philly Special took the 49er defense. And we had Gus Edwards go to Snap Less Traffic. Palm Beach Waffles took Greg the Leg Sirloin.
Gotta give my kick points.
He took Greg Sirloin Steak to take 3 points for the win. Oh, and we got Fins to win on the clock with 15 seconds left. Do, 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 do. Bum, bum, bum. And Tyler Algier off the board.
Funny, too, I was just looking at him.
That's usually how it works, right? All right, so we got Jimmy Jones taking on the board right after Team Martini takes Jake Elliott. So it looks like this is the kicker round. You got Steelers dropping off the board by Jimmy Jones' locker. Yeah, them Steelers, they're going to be relying on their defense a lot this year, that's for sure.
Defense and kicking.
They're going to be relying on that defense a lot.
That defense and Najee Harris.
Yeah, because their quarterback room has got nothing but question marks. Question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark, question mark.
They need a new Big Ben.
I didn't look into it, but I saw something today stating that like Mike Tomlin's changed his mind as far as the starting quarterback again. So I'm not sure if that meant, I don't know if that's real, and that means that Justin Fields is the starting quarterback, or if it's still Russell Wilson going to be the starting quarterback. But like he came out in an interview, Jonathan Brooks, the next one off the board for Team Cochran, he came out in an interview and he kind of said that he has like packages made up to where that like both quarterbacks would be getting utilized. So, I mean, that's definitely not good for anybody's fantasy value, but we'll see how it works. I mean, Mike Tomlin's a great coach, so like I have them going over 500 for the season. And Adam Thielen just went off the board to the Joker's journey, so I have them going over 500 for the season just because of Mike Tomlin, and I'm sure he'll figure out how to make shit work. But playoffs, I really don't see it happening this year unless like Mike Tomlin can figure out how to utilize the two quarterbacks to his advantage for sure. Because he has weapons. Like there's weapons for the quarterbacks to throw to.
Absolutely.
Like that's not the question. It's just like how are the quarterbacks going to perform? Because we've seen Justin Fields try to perform in Chicago for the past couple of years, and it just has not worked.
Yeah.
Granted, he hasn't had great weapons to throw to or great leadership there guiding him, but at the same time, like he didn't make any kind of wow plays at any moment. So I'm on the board.
When Adam Thielen's off of it.
I'm on the board. Dalton Schultz just dropped down. Mark Hollywood Brown just dropped down. So, man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh, we already picked that up. So let's go ahead. Oh, we might as well do it. Dolphins. Next defense off the board by Hill of Fame. And then Brock Bowers right behind it by Team Beast Mode. I'm on the clock again. Bears defense just dropped off the board. All right, so I'm going to go for my backup quarterback in this round. The options that we have are Justin Herbert, Kirk Cousins, Deshaun Watson, Trevor Lawrence, Jared Goff. There's still some decent quarterbacks out here on the board. And if you go down a little bit further, you'll have a sneaky good one that you could pick. Where's he at? By the name of Sam Darnold. But we're going with Kirk Cousins.
So, yeah, that's a hell of a sneaky quarterback. I wouldn't suggest that.
But we're going with Kirk Cousins as our backup. I do think Kirk Cousins is a competent enough quarterback to do very well over there in Atlanta. I don't know if he's going to continue to have his job by the end of the season. But if they allow him to play the whole season, it'd be good for Michael Penix Jr. next year. Get a good full season to sit behind I think we can call great Kirk Cousins a great quarterback, not a Hall of Fame quarterback or an awesome quarterback. We'll put him in like the great category. Chuba Hubbard went to Team Quetzalcoatlus because he's consistent and he can perform. And like his teammates like him. So the locker room presence is there. He just hasn't won a lot of playoff games. Kind of like Dak Prescott. You know what I mean?
All right, that Bears defense up off the board. The Bills defense up off the board.
Deshaun Watson.
Chuba Hubbard.
Chubba Hubba. Ooh, Juwan Johnson. Juwan Johnson just dropped off the board to Team Cochran. Dang. Ka-ching. How are we both live on the same channel?
What?
Because, like, we're live on mine, and I guess you went live.
I went live on this one.
It says, but also Charlie's camera has so much better audio than yours.
Oh, well, thank you.
I don't know how we're both live on the same channel, but if it's working, then so be it. That just gives us more opportunities to reach more people, I guess.
Yeah. We're doing that.
So we got Finns to win on the clock with a minute left. We had Team Martini pick up Jamal Williams right after Jimmy Jones picked up Brandon Cooks in Dallas. Brandon Cooks is still in Dallas? I didn't know that. I thought he left like last year. Oh, so who do we got left? We got Justin Herbert at the top of the board, and Jamison Williams just went off the board for Finns to win. That is a really good pickup. He was a wide receiver that I was looking at. I've drafted him in a couple of my drafts because I do think he's going to do well. I've been watching some tape on him. He's put in a lot of work. He's going to be able to run routes really well. Braylon Allen to Palm Beach Waffles. So everybody, whenever you're playing Palm Beach Waffles, you're just playing the Jets.
Most of them.
Justin Herbert off the board. Snap less traffic. Evan McPherson. Philly special. And he gets to pick back to back. Who's he going to go with next? Who we got? Got a minute. He's got a minute. He's choosing. These are those sleeper picks Waffles was talking about. Taysom Hill. Good pick.
Yeah. Tight end.
Cameron, the kicker.
Could end up throwing a touchdown this season.
Cameron Hicker, kicker. Off the board to snap less traffic. Who we got on the board? Oh, we got Waffles on the board.
Waffles
on the board. Pick 159. Who's he going to take? I could look on his screen. I could be a screen watcher, and I could go
screen
look on
peeking
screen and find out. You know who I'm surprised he hasn't picked yet? This guy right here. Surprised he hasn't picked this guy right here, ladies and gentlemen. Can you see that?
I don't know.
This one.
I missed it.
He picked Rashad Bateman. And this pick is not going to be back when he comes back around.
Who is it? Oh, yeah, no. I already got 2 tight ends. I don't need a third. I got George Kittle and TJ Hawkinson, so I'm gonna be fighting over who I want to put in anyway. So.
Well, for the first couple of weeks, you'll be putting in Kittle because Hawkinson is out.
Yeah,
for the first couple of weeks.
Blake Coleman,
bro, he's definitely a rookie.
Look, he's got a suit on in his picture.
He's definitely a rookie. We don't have much info on this one yet. We'll have to wait until week 3 or 4 before we can give any kind of input. Donnie Mitchell goes off the board next to Team Martini. Hunter Henry for Jimmy Jones Walker. Got a lot of old familiar names dropping into the
mix there, yeah.
Matthew Stafford, Team Cochran.
Out of nowhere, Mr. Stafford.
Ooh, that means I'm going to be up here shortly. And somebody took my pick, which would have been Jamal Williams or Jameson Williams. So let me look for a new pick. Let's look for a new pick.
Last 2 picks.
How many picks do we have left?
We are in round 14. If you've already picked this round, you have 2 picks left. If you have not, you have 3.
Oh, so I have 3 picks left. Maybe.
Yes, because you have not picked in this round yet. You're coming up right there before the end. So you'll get your 1, 2, and then you got one last pick you got to sit and wait for.
All right.
Zach
so
Charbonnet, gone from Seattle. Jalen Wright, there he goes, Hill of Fame, snagging him up.
I honestly think he's going to take the job away from OBJ. I think. Oh, I picked the wrong.
He's a running back.
Guy. I picked the wrong one.
I was gonna say you picked the wrong right.
No, I picked the wrong one. Oh.
Good thing you got another pick right here.
Yeah, but I still need a kicker.
Looks like that last pick you get is a kicking pick. Unless you want to do it now.
Bomb. I can't believe I picked the wrong guy. Although Jalen Wright might work out if Raheem Mostert and Devon A-Chain both go down. But no Dolphin fan wants that to happen, so that was a waste of a pick. I'll probably
regret that one.
Yeah. He'll probably be used for cannon fodder later on when I need to pick up somebody and don't want to lose somebody. Like when I have to pick up somebody off the waiver wire, I don't want to lose my kicker or my defense or something. All right, so now we had Jaleel McLaughlin. I thought he already did he already get picked already?
McLaughlin?
No,
that was McLaurin.
Jaleel? No. I'm pretty positive that this guy got picked already. That's
just
so
now.
Weird. Just now. Fucking
round 15, ass. Pick 1.
Smart ass. Oh, I'm on the clock?
You have 7 seconds.
I did not know I was on the clock.
Cool.
I guess we're going with Young Ho Koo. I did not know I was on the clock. Holy shit. I'm like, why is it beeping at me? I'm sitting here trying to find that Jaleel McLaughlin guy. I'm pretty sure I saw him before get picked up, not too long ago. Too much wacky tobacco, I guess.
Young Ho Koo.
All right, so I got one more pick left, and I'm going to queue him up. I'm going to queue him up. This is the last round. Most of these picks are just cannon fodder, people filling in holes, maybe grabbing their kicker or their defense because they picked everyone else before then because, honestly, kicker is more important than defense, I would say. Defense you can definitely play week to week because it really depends. It's really dependent on who. It's really dependent on who they're playing against. It's a wonderful draft. I'm so glad we finally have a league where everybody was involved. Everybody was here.
Stuck around for most of it.
Hopefully we'll get some good banter throughout the season. Like I stated in the chat, we have a Discord. We created a Discord. We are going to try and move our league chat into the Discord. Just because it's going to be easier going from season to season if we have to replace members. We don't have to create new chats that just get created for stupid reasons because messaging app is stupid and hasn't caught up yet. I wish everybody luck. Good luck this year. Hopefully you have just enough luck to beat everybody else but me. There's a lot on the line. This is the first year. This is the first year that this league has money on the line. So that's a big thing. Like I said, you also got the sign. This will be the third year for the sign, right?
Yes, third year
for the sign, and then obviously you get to pick your pick for next season. And again, you guys know us as Chris and Charlie. Everyone else knows us as Charles Waffles and Cat in a Hat. We are the AFC EASTIE Boys. We do plan on streaming live on YouTube every Monday around 3 to 5 p.m. to go over the week one prediction or the week predictions that we have, cover our losses, our wins, our losses, go over what happened from the weekend of football, get everybody prepped up for the new week of football, and kind of shoot the shit and just talk football.
And be sure to tune in if you're facing either one of us that particular week, because we are definitely going to talk shit about you.
Oh, yeah, sure. Definitely.
Whether we win or lose against you, we will be there and we'll be talking shit just like I am right now, and I should be making my last pick. Let's see what we got here. Got enough wide receivers, got an extra tight end, an extra quarterback, got a couple extra running backs, I guess. Oh, all teams. Let's see. Who's still walking around not looking?
Bro, for a 12-man league, there's still quite a few good players left on the board as far as like wide receivers go. I'm still seeing quite a few good names out there. There's like I saw Romeo Dobbs,
Tyler Boyd.
Who's another one? Nicole Hardman. I mean, he's good because he's in Kansas City, but like you have to know when he's going to get used.
Yeah,
it's like.
He doesn't get used every game.
He could go. There's Malik Washington. That's the guy I was talking about. Malik Washington. He could go freaking like 4 games without getting a single target. But then like that 5th game, he gets 3 targets.
3 targets.
2 of them are touchdowns.
110 yards.
Yeah. You know, like he puts up like stupid numbers in a low amount of targets. So it's like it's definitely taking a gamble with a guy like Nicole Hardman. Robert Woods in Houston, like, he's old, but if somebody were to go down, could be a valuable pick.
All right, so Team Martini's on the clock. They've got their whole team filled out, picking up some extras.
I'm like way down here in the 400s looking at these players. Let's see who's like up at the top. A lot of Giants players still on the board.
I was going to say Romeo Dobbs still being up there from Green Bay. That one's kind of a surprise.
That's a surprising one, to be honest. Because, like, Green Bay is very high-flying.
Jordan Love has got a big arm on him, and I'm surprised Team Martini didn't snag that guy in the end there.
Maybe people are wondering if the Josh Jacobs edition is going to make them go a little bit more
run game than throw.
Yeah. Because, like, Josh Jacobs is definitely better than Aaron Jones.
I would agree.
I think he's way better. I think he's going to fit in with that offense really well. I think he's going to do a lot better than he did in Oakland or Las Vegas, whichever one it is now. The Raiders. Call them the fucking Raiders.
Oh, my goodness. Just from scrolling through everybody's team right now, I'm just wondering how you guys are going to make decisions to put this guy in over that one. How, like, you guys got a tough year ahead of you. I don't. Mine's pretty straightforward. I'm going to switch out Rodgers whenever he plays a weak team. I'm going to mess around with Garrett Wilson because I know he's getting points. I'll probably pop out, Bateman or Gibson whenever I feel like they're going to go off. It's going to be exciting.
All right,
your last
pick.
pick.
For my last pick of the board, this is like the super sleeper.
Sleeper
could
pick.
Turn out to be the best pick of the draft. Juju Smith-Schuster is now a Kansas City Chief. He's back in Kansas City. And yeah, I know people are like, oh, he's been played out and not used great. Well, let me tell you. Rashee Rice is dealing with possible suspension. Hollywood Brown is a glass cannon. Juju Smith-Schuster is now going to be a number one receiver at some point. Well, I mean, behind Travis Kelce. Like, Kelce is the number one target. But Juju is going to be the number one receiver at some point for the Kansas City Chiefs because if Rashee Rice gets suspended, he's going to be out. And Hollywood Brown is definitely going to get injured. So when that happens, you're going to have Juju Smith-Schuster, Xavier Worthy. I mean, Xavier Worthy is turning out to be pretty well. He's a rookie, though, so I don't know if he'll, launch himself to the number one spot, but we'll see how the season goes.
Mike Wilson, the last pickup of the draft.
Well, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, it was a pleasure. It was fun. I'm so excited for the season. I can't wait to see all the shit that gets talked to everybody. I can't wait to see who's the champion at the end, upsets.
It's going to be exciting. I hope you enjoy holding on to that sign for the season because we're going to be, somebody's going to be, maybe you might keep it. I don't know.
You might get to keep it.
You might get to keep it. For another year, but I don't know. We're coming for you.
I want that money, so I'm going to be putting in some work.
To hell with the money. I want the sign back. I bought that bitch.
You wanted the sign? I want the payout.
I want to put that bitch on the wall for the next season, so every time you come over to hang out, I can point at it. It's all mine, buddy.
And drafts, he'll have it hanging behind him and shit. I'll try and push him to the side and sit.
I'll probably have put it on a chain and wear it around my neck like a fucking. We'll see, like it's a turnover chain.
All right. Peace out, everybody.
AFC EASTIE Boys out.
We'll see you guys on the next one.
Have a wonderful night.